hands up until you black out. Stand up, go at it.
Making magic when they need it most.
And we're in game. Apologies for the slight delay, but we're actually pretty much on time, up for a few minutes. 9 Pandas and PARIVISION back in the server. 9 Pandas having a great little round robin qualifier at the moment. They are unbeaten as of yet. Can PARIVISION stop them in their tracks?
That's a very good question. Nobody has been able to do that yet. Glowing is charging up middle, full of confidence as well, looking to assert the dominance here. And it doesn't stop there either. Even though he doesn't find a kill, he just slinks his way into lowers. Himself and Balance have got a complementary setup here, covering one another. In the meantime, PARIVISION, they've been able to get some numbers out towards long. It's the classic pistol round as though is what they're trying to fake, and Glowing, yeah, that swing doesn't bode too well for him, but Dillates drops the bomb carrier, does still give 9 Pandas something to work with here in the round. PARIVISION looking to go back to recover the C4, but that smoke does complicate matters.
Yeah, they've actually used that CT smoke on a very weird position, and it's working out well to stall PARIVISION quite nicely. 4 versus 4, making their way back around the map, and still very split, and there's a reason for that, as you mentioned, because they're trying to get themselves into a position where they feel comfortable picking up that bomb again, and Dillates is just stopping it from being a possibility for them. He's looking to run down all the players right now, but now the long-ass reload with the dualies has to come through, and they're answering back. Belchanok finds Chalfie, Artfrost finds Balance, Alpha finds Dillates, and Artfrost finishes it off. That was a very, very quick turnaround.
Yeah, I mean, there was a plan there for PARIVISION, you know, trying to fake as though they were pushing long to get onto the A bomb site, but all the plans went out the window when the bomb carrier was dropped. They had to reassess the situation, and they actually recover very nicely by finding the kills, getting themselves in good positions, good trades. I suppose wasn't even really any trades towards the end. There was one in the mix there, but PARIVISION will open up with a pistol round when 9 Pandas force back in response. No scouts, Trav. I'm surprised by that, honestly.
Agreed, because we all know how powerful that can be. We're expecting maybe Balance to go for one of those. Maybe get it dropped over even. But Artfrost knows the cultured way of going about things, even if it's not a force buy. The nades will get thrown up toward that elbow position. Does do some chip damage, but PARIVISION got a lot of control now up toward the A site. They've got the favoured angles, but Glowing loves hitting 1-digs around this A site of Dust2 apparently. 2 beautiful kills. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to mean much. That smoke actually connects with a CT, with Dillates. And unfortunately, he's now the last one alive. I say it connects with Dillates, actually connected with Chalfie, I believe. But yeah, Dillates now last alive. 10 HP, nothing to do about this one. Ooh. Nothing to do about it. But Alpha needs to be relatively careful. Has that drop down to elevator been heard? He tries to reposition because he knows that there could be a chance of timing him. And oh no! Dillates on 10 HP has just won a 1 versus 2. That is a humongous misplay from PARIVISION.
And it's not like any of those kills were gifted to him either, man. He had to fight tooth and nail to find those frags. I mean, Alpha gets a little bit nervy dropping into elevator, then swinging out as well, hoping he can catch Dillates on the cross, but Dillates holds his nerve. Great composure. And 9 Pandas win the force buy against the odds. It was kind of like, yeah, they're in the round, they're getting kills, but it was always looking like PARIVISION were going to go on to win the round, but not the case. Dillates, he had no business, Trav, in winning that, but he does. Against the odds.
Ridiculous. That is one that PARIVISION will be disgusted with themselves about. They could have just... Like, the craziest thing about that is obviously they're maybe not exactly to know how low Dillates is, but they could have just put themselves in any position on the map. Like, literally, they could have sat on top of each other, they could have sat hand in hand, they could have played one next to the car, they could have played any crossfire that could possibly ever have been in existence on the A site, and they would have won that round. They found a way to win in the jaws of victory. Or find a way to lose, sorry, in the jaws of victory.
snatch defeat from the jaws of victory. That's exactly it.
That's what I wanted to say, but I wanted to change it up, you know?
It's okay. Fair enough, man. I just went with the standard approach, but yeah, a bit more concise. Either way, going to be a force back in response here. Force wars in full effect. Remember, PARIVISION basically brawled their way to victory against Monty. It really was just a lot of aggression from PARIVISION, even on their CT side, dropping in lowers, taking fights in towards middle consistently, you know, trying to swing catwalkers. It's not like they were ever sitting by idly. You might see something similar here on Dust2 as well. Glowing, gonna just swing the mid doors. Very good timing. Belchenok on an island by himself will go down, and that means PARIVISION now have one option available, and that's to get out towards long. Klax is here on the opposite side of the doors. Might not be clear by the first player pushing through. Kick it, never mind, he does. Really nice jiggle from him to get the info, but that's just one part of the job. Oh my goodness, great work out of Klax. Double. Idis balance rotates through. It's only Alpha left remaining, and it shouldn't be for much longer.
Oh, no.
A TK.
That's actually an amusing way to accidentally get that TK. Alpha perhaps actually jumping the way he did off the barrel, knowing the AWP was in position, trying to push Idis balance off the angle, actually causes that team kill to come through in the end. But an amusing way to end the round, but not a huge issue. 9 Pandas will know they've removed the force buy. Now they have a full eco as a reward. All off the back of Dilladez winning a clutch on 10 HP as well. I wonder how many rounds that's going to provide for them in a row off the back of that.
Yeah, that's a good question, because if things do snowball here for 9 Pandas, then it'll certainly linger in the back of PARIVISION's mind that they did lose a 2 versus 1 to a 10 HP forced up Dilladez, but either way, they need to make sure that they just reset. Something that I would also like to mention and highlight here is that both of these teams have had roster changes recently, and they both lost their IGLs, so it does actually somewhat level out the playing field here between them.
Yeah, there's a somewhat amusing, I guess you could say, similarity. Glowing's got a very interesting angle there in the tunnels. It's only the MP9 he's got. He knows he's got a full eco to face, but it is a bit of an awkward one. He could get pre-aimed here and rush down, but he holds it pretty nicely. Basically gets 2 3/4 kills. And it should mean that there's no chance for these last two. They're just staring at each other right now and stuck on each other in tunnels. The nade almost takes both of them before Dilladez and Shelfie finish the job. 9 Pandas, 3-1. PARIVISION have to hit straight back. And how can they put that win for Dilladez out of their mind?
Glass Cannon AWP for Artfrost. I was just watching to see if he was going to go for that, and he does. I'm really glad that he does. The AWP is such an integral part of Dust2, both halves. I mean, a lot of teams, a lot of AWPers have shied away from AWPing on the T side. I feel like one of the biggest values that you get out of an AWP on the T side of Dust2 in particular is being able to use it in the post plant. If you get it on that B bomb site, even towards A, if you can post up long, it's such a massive part of a post plant. So I think it is really important to get the AWP as often as possible in play on the T side.
Yeah, glass cannon, but worth for sure.
Right.
Mid, PARIVISION is happy to stay stock solid in mid right now. Take a little bit of cat control, push themselves up.
Yeah, what's the plan here? PARIVISION happy to take their time. Looks like it's going to be a B split coming through for them. Not so much as a split, more just numbers through middle here, and Belchenok probably just trying to keep some presence and pressure from tunnels so that the 2 players in the B bomb site have to focus on that part of the map. Glowing will peek out of window and get a kill, but now Glowing's in an awful position, and there we go. Belchenok activates at the perfect time, pushing through the smoke. Artfrost always was a dead man, so yeah, inevitable that he goes down, and it does give 9 Pandas a looking for the retake. Or does it? I'm not sure. It looks like they're still trying to feel things out, and 2 players going to make their way through tunnels. Idis balance with the AWP is actually just posted on the angle. They found Belchenok, and they know that Alpha's here as well, so things actually looking pretty good for the CT side.
Yeah, having a tunnels retake is the most important thing to recover a round like this. Going through the doors and through window can be so difficult. But when you've got that tunnels position, iDisbalance didn't even have to do anything. Brilliant recovery from 9Pandas on such a hard site to retake. And yeah, just having positional control in tunnels to get that immediate kill. Artfrost tried his best to keep them at bay in mid, but couldn't when he only had that glass cannon and was low HP. Easily rushed down. It cut them off. But he couldn't sit there long enough and stay alive long enough to cut them off. And a great recovery from 9Pandas on CT. Again, great retake.
Yeah, it's going to put some pressure on PARIVISION early on here. And without an IGL who's been in the team for a long time, you know, when you do fall behind, it's not like you've got a huge amount to fall back on. So let's see. What is the call going to be here from, well, we're assuming it's Alpha. That would make the most sense. Ticket's definitely the most experienced player on PARIVISION, but he doesn't ever seem like the loudest guy, so I don't think he'd ever shift into an IGL role.
Glowing, get caught off here. He's got Dylan as his support, but only one. And iDisbalance, thankfully, he's got an Incendiary on close hand. I think PARIVISION might have decided just to hold W into that one if that didn't come through. So, an opportunity on a more unlikely round for PARIVISION here. It's a bit of a, we mentioned it's a little bit of a strange investment. Bit all over the place. But with full loss bonus coming in soon, they'll be willing to go for more of these.
Yeah, 9Pandas are also a bit all over the place at the moment. They've got a big push coming up middle here from Shelfie, and Plax peeks out. Good timing on the peek. The spray, it isn't the cleanest, but he will be able to recover to get the frag and kick it. Never expects Shelfie to be towards the top of mid. At least for Belchenok, he has completed the cross. Oh, he wants to force the fight here as well. This is so goddamn brave from Belchenok, and he will indeed frag iDisbalance. And now Shelfie has his knife out. The shadow was spotted. He caught a glimpse of the shadow. He now knows that Shelfie's on shorts. And he will backpedal in towards that B bomb site. So he will be able to get there for free. A plant will come through as well. Shelfie realizes what's going on. Probably heard some footsteps as well. But Belchenok's done very well to recover this into a 1 versus 1.
Oh, has he seen him? He has now. What a standoff. Where does Belchenok position himself, knowing that Shelfie is coming in through the door or the window? And talking about it being a standoff, it certainly is. Shelfie knows that he has to be on the right-hand side. He hasn't seen him cross. So there's only one place he could be. Big box or behind the site. But Belchenok just holds such a favourable angle. Shelfie would have had to hit an absolute banger for that one. And Belchenok wins a critical round for his team.
Yeah. What a sick clutch. Honestly, what a great clutch coming through from him. He crosses long. And he's got a free plant available to him on that A bomb site. 9 out of 10 players just punch in the digits and activate the bomb. But Belchenok is thinking about the round at large, not just trying to get a plant. He's trying to navigate his best possible way to win the round. And dropping the player in CT, dropping down in CT and getting that kill completely catches the 9Pandas player off guard. And then seeing that shadow as well was also a very big advantage for him. So PARIVISION answered back. 4 rounds in a row, 4 9Pandas capped off. And neither team has any residual cash coming into this one.
Yeah, I guess could be a little bit of a bounce back for PARIVISION now, all thanks to Belchenok. We spoke about him in the previous game that PARIVISION played, of course, on Mirage versus Monty. Oh, he needs to recover here, though. Can he reposition? Oh, he's going to try something different. He's just going to hold W in toward mid anyway. What a brilliant piece of assertiveness there from Belchenok. Probably realizing that iDisbalance or whoever could be playing mid might just not be ready for him to push through there, as they know he was Xbox. Now the smoke will come in. Oh, kicker. See you later, Glowing. What a kill. What a shot. His first kill of the game is an absolutely tasty one. And Belchenok will even find Dilladez on a B lurk too. PARIVISION are all over the map and making 9 Pandas clueless.
Yeah, hitting some fantastic shots, man. That tap from Kickit was beautiful, and Belchenok continues to do as he has today. We saw him frag like a madman against Monty in the match before this, and he started off very well on Dust2. He spots those 2 players on short. He's like, all right, cool, well, I'm just going to go mid then. Take a heads-up duel, and Idis Balance was caught in transition, so never stood a chance. Round over, Clax just trying to save. It's going to have to be an eco for 9 Pandas in this next round as well, so PARIVISION, they'll reduce the deficit to just 1, and they should be able to stamp it out entirely at the end of the next round.
Can Clax even save his gun? He should be fine. He even manages to nab the AWP, so couldn't be better for Clax, but not the best round overall. It's just a silver lining. This Balance will take it. Happy to buy up some Kevlar, just to give him some protection with it, even though it puts his money down a little bit lower. PARIVISION, great answer back, and Artfrost. Poor old Shalfie can't even play the round out. That's what some people still hate about Dust2. The fact you can die within the first 8 seconds of the round is, I will say, a bit of a joke.
And it's not like you've taken the fight. You're just trying to cross to the bomb site. So that's the biggest problem. I remember when I played my first Premier game on Dust2, and I tried to jump across to get to the B bomb site. I died inside like the first 4 rounds to an AWP on the cross. And I was just like, yeah, I remember why I hated this map as a player. Especially if you're a B bomb site anchor. Either way, still expect a bit of resistance here from 9 Pandas because they've got the AWP and and Idis Balance, and they've got their numbers towards the correct side of the map as well. So PARIVISION do need to proceed with caution and have an apt level of respect for the situation, although Artfrost says, what do you mean, mate? Just going to take down the players on that A site. Nice shot from Clax, but it's just a kill in isolation. And Belchenok, he is feeling it. He is absolutely feeling it right now, man.
So he's taking no prisoners right now as Belchenok.
Evidently.
Happy to keep on the tail of every enemy he sees. It's funny how these sort of games can go, isn't it? Especially in a round of robin best of 1. It's just, we're paid to sit here and tell you who we think is going to win, who we think is going to qualify. They're obvious favourites, sure, don't get me wrong, and it does look like that we've got like the obvious top 6 of the 8, or maybe even top 4 of the 8 in a good position right now. But so unpredictable. Patsy. What a recovery and what a start to the next round. 9 Pandas try and go super aggressive on short to take some mid control. They know PARIVISION have been all over mid so far in this game. It's given them a lot of control, and Patsy from lower just hits 2 absolute bonks.
Yes. Fantastic kills coming through from Patsy, and PARIVISION are going to take the control that's been afforded to them now by Shelfie. Excuse me, by Patsy off the back of those frags. Clax is now the first man to try and make something happen here and lock down the defense himself, and Dilladez trying to deny the cross, but Dilladez out in the open, only going to be good for 1. Clax playing above the flames will actually get 2 in return, so that certainly does slow down proceedings, and Shelfie's here as well on the cross, so it means 9 Pandas have the numbers, but they need to get the kills, and it's actually only Clax left remaining. He's looking for the heads, and a couple gunfights being afforded to him. He's been tagged through the box now. Certainly does make life a lot more difficult for him. The bomb's out in the open, and Artfrost will trade for a rifle, gives himself a little bit more maneuverability. And how does Clax play this? How does he go about trying to isolate these duels in the open right now? Looking to desperately force the gunfight. Finds the first, but he can't train his crosshair on the head of the second. And PARIVISION get a lead as the result.
Oh, how many bullets did Clax have left there after that
Probably
kill?
Probably 1 or 2.
It must have been 2, yeah. Because I think he would have had enough to maybe hit 1 bonk, and that would have been it, and not going to happen.
That's why it looked like he took an extra second to get the kill, right?
Yeah, yeah. Awkward, very awkward clutch to have to win, especially when you're low health yourself. And PARIVISION are back into the lead. I think in a normal game, if you were just joining and looking at 9 Pandas having 4 on CT side, you'd say, oh, that's not too bad. They're very much in the game. But if you look at how this game's kind of panned out, they shouldn't have lost that clutch to Belchenok. But at the same time, equally, PARIVISION shouldn't have lost that clutch to Dilladez in that force buy round. I'm trying to make a point, Idis Balance. Leave me alone. What on earth? He's just hit 2
Interrupts
smoke
you.
bang headshots with a scout.
Yeah, so rude. So ridiculously rude. But you know what? I don't think he cares. And Glowing's in a great position to finish off the job as well. That's a huge reprieve for 9 Pandas. Not only because they've just won an eco round, but it also breaks their opponent's economy to a degree, okay? It doesn't completely break it, but it does damage it. They've also kept numbers alive. So that's a boost for them. And that is going to breathe some important life back into their campaign here. Scoreline leveled up once again. We certainly expected this to be a closely contested game, and it's fully living up to that expectation so far.
Oh dear. Glowing this time with the spawn and a secondary AWP. 9 Pandas happy to commit to the investment with only a few rounds left in the half. And Glowing gets his reward on Artfrost. B play will come through off the back of it though, and Dilladez gets absolutely domed. Belchinok with another super important kill. That one kill could be enough just to win this round. Shelfie's going to have to try and cut off the bomb though. It's definitely doable, but
Ooh.
Alpha's so ready for it. Klax is here too, but Patsy's repositioned to the cubby, and that might not be expected for Klax. AK can be found, and I think we're deciding to save. There was a chance. Yeah. There was definitely a chance for Shelfie. He knew the situation. He knew they were going for a long rotation in toward grabbing that B bomb site. But in the end, PARIVISION just too good on the headshots.
As has been the case in most of these gun rounds so far, Belchinok will catch one and potentially a second trying to cross. So the info is there. You look at the money for PARIVISION. They can't really afford to hunt for these kills. So probably best just to bunker down and guarantee carrying through the 3 rifles. Yeah, I'm right there with you, man. Shelfie was in a good position, but it wasn't an easy position. And would certainly have required some masterful shooting from him if he was going to win the round for his team from that position. But doesn't happen. PARIVISION go up 6-5. 1 round left here in this first half. Back and forth we go.
Pandas are certainly on the up in terms of population around the world with all the systems that people in, especially in China, have put in place to recover the population, breeding programs and stuff. And right now they're thriving up in that part of the world, and 2-0 in this bracket right now. But PARIVISION might be, sadly, putting a few more out of commission, because this has been a great recovery.
Yeah, very tough to call where the game goes from here. I mean, generally speaking, 9 Pandas have done enough here in this first half. As we said, we do somewhat regard Dust2 as a T-sided map. I'd say like 7-5 kind of thing, so it's not massively T-sided, not as T-sided as Anubis. Probably an 8-4 kind of half, also somewhat in that 7-5 vicinity, but still. I think it's easier to find rounds on the CT side of Dust2 compared to that of Anubis. So, yeah, let's see. Can 9 Pandas level it up? They've got the double AWP setup in play here. Glowing in conjunction with Idis Balance, but neither of them towards long. Idis Balance is looking in that direction, but PARIVISION have gotten long control very early, and that gives them plenty options here in the round.
Interesting that Shelfie's happy to use that smoke there on the corner. It's maybe enough for him to put a few bullets through the corner and some pot shots if they're creeping up on the right-hand side wall, of course. But no more than that, as you can see. So, I guess he's thinking, well, I don't really have a use for this smoke now, to be fair. I may as well try and use it for something, because obviously the T side is going to be the one that's going to be smoking across, not the CT side. So, try something with his util, I suppose, but doesn't give him anything. And now, with 45 seconds to go, that's exactly what PARIVISION are actually going to do. They will be making their way up, but a little bit too late for what Shelfie planned. Need to break open that smoke. Could be a possibility. He catches one, but Belchinok is just so ready, man. He's hitting so many of these important headshots. And now around this smoke, Klax is trying to be cheeky, but he's down to 37 points of health. Idis Balance might be here, but he's removed by Belchinok as well. And surely Klax will be found. He absolutely will be. And this should be a 7-5 for PARIVISION on the first half. Glowing, stuck in elevator. Dilladez is being tapped down. Another kill for Belchinok. He could even make it more. But no, it's 16 on one half of Dust2 for Belchinok. Absolutely nutty. We'll see if he can continue that form after a quick break.
Making magic when they need it most. Making magic when they need it most.
Off the back of a nice recovery from PARIVISION, they do secure themselves a 7-5 halftime scoreline. It was 5-all at one point, but they get their noses in front. Can they win the pistol round yet to set themselves in motion, or do 9 Pandas draw within 1?
PARIVISION's certainly looking good today, which makes me hopeful for their improvement in form. Kind of crazy, actually. You would think it'd be the opposite when you lose your IGL, and Jerry, of course. But maybe, despite how much I love Jerry, if you're watching, please don't take this personally. I do love you. I've always been a big fan. But maybe Jerry was the problem. Who knows? Glowing. Take the first kill toward Alpha. And they've got complete control of the A bomb site here, 9 Pandas. Just off the back of that one kill toward Alpha, to be fair. They're going to be locked behind this short smoke as well. They're going to be 2 players from 9 Pandas ready to peek off each other's contact and actually make that 3. Look at this setup. What a brawl we're about to have on our hands. All 4 coming in toward this position. Great flash over the top, but in comes Klax. It's going to be way too much to handle. Klax gets 3 headshots. Dilladez helps out, like I said. And that's a very comfortable pistol for 9 Pandas.
Yeah, that round was always going to live and die with how the skirmish towards short goes for either team. The winner of that skirmish would win the pistol, and it's not even a close one. 9 Pandas just clean up the defense there. That's a perfect way for them to start off things here in the second half, drawing within a round. It's going to be a force buy and response from PARIVISION. We did see the Dilladez 1 versus 2 in the second round of the map. I wonder if PARIVISION can try to do something similar here on their CT side. They wouldn't want it to be as close as that. They've got an aggressive Belchanok, who's found 2 fantastic opening kills. My god, Desert Eagle reigns supreme. Doesn't care, T-side or CT side, this man is just holding down W.
Belchanok's an absolute demon in this game. Unslayable. Don't look at those 8 deaths. They don't count. It's all those 18 kills that makes him feel unslayable. Goodness me. The instant hit back could also come through here for PARIVISION. Don't forget, of course, that it was Dilladez who won that really important 1 versus 2 in that first half that actually put 9 Pandas up and running. That 1v2 where Dilladez was 10 HP working his way back up toward the A site. Big misplay from PARIVISION. Changed the scoreline of that first half a little bit, I would think. But could be the same rebuttal, just in a slightly different way for PARIVISION. Long as the only option.
Good information here as well. Kickert's made his way up middle. He's going to be flanking his way through. So PARIVISION, they can remain committed with 4 players on that A bomb site. And that's exactly where the exec is coming through right now. Flank continues to be coming through from Kickert as well. He's closing the gap. It looks like they're considering it, but now they've committed to the exec, and he will take down Shelfie. That drops the bomb carrier. It sends 9 Pandas into disarray, and Belchanok will find 2 more. He started off the round with 2-1 Deegs, and it's exactly how he finishes it for his team as well.
They make sure they shoot the AK to their teammates too, to make sure the second one is picked up in time. What has gotten into Belchanok in this best of 1, man? I'm not going to say life game, because he's actually been quite good lately. But this is certainly a little bit extra on top. Wow.
Yeah, he's having a fantastic performance, man. Nobody else on his team even has double digits. Neutral or negative KDRs, not Belchanok though. He is a demon. And he is terrorizing 9 Pandas right now, who are forced back, but should they lose this force buy, 9-6 almost certainly becomes 10-6. And that will be a very difficult position to recover. It looks like we're going to see some reaggression coming through from the CT side in towards long right now. Incendiary not effective because of the smoke, but the bullets, they don't care. Alpha's gotten 3, Kickert gets in on the act as well. And what a response. I love the reaggression towards long from PARIVISION.
That's super cool. I mean, it's kind of like, there are so many maps where teams do that, right? You talk about the possibility of top banana on Inferno. You can think about maybe mid on Anubis. Even the Canal's position on Anubis as well, which we're seeing a lot of teams trying to do these days. And yeah, I think even outside B on Ancient as well, near B lane. Like, there's so many options where CTs really need to reaggress on many an occasion to feel like they're recovering the round. And well, PARIVISION have had kind of every important round go their way, it feels like, in this game. They've obviously lost a few close ones, sure. But ever since that, the ones that changed the scoreline by putting their opponents on an eco, compounding it, seem just to be easy. And Patsy and Kickert, well, they're just looking super clean with it. I know it's against the pistols, but they're all headshots but for one. Just tapping away, bursting away, rather than going for full sprays. That shows you the confidence.
Scrumptious stuff coming through there with the kills out of the rifles. The one name we haven't really mentioned for PARIVISION yet on the map is Artfrost, and you know on the CT side of Dust2 he's going to come alive, so things are only going to get more difficult for 9 Pandas. They haven't dropped a map yet here in this round robin format. They've beaten Monty, and they beat, was it not 3D Max, who did they just beat before this? There's so many games going on. It was... No,
PARIVISION beat Monty.
9 Pandas, that is. No, they beat Saw out just before this. Okay, so they've started off 2-0, but it looks like they could suffer their first loss here in the round robin at the hands of PARIVISION.
Yeah. Makes that group round robin standings page look ever more scary, right? It's going to get ever closer.
Yeah.
So look, actually, obviously, I'm not going to... If you don't want to hear spoilers, then... and put your hands over your ears, or take your headset off right now. I mean, you can't do that. If you put your hands over your ears, you'd be listening even harder. But but yeah, current matches, of course, are going on. Monty versus Saw, that's currently 7-5 to Saw. Sinners are 11-5 up on 3D Max. Another could be a bit of an unlikely story here. And Rush B are 10-8 up on Aurora. Like, it's what has happened to Aurora, man. The downfall of them lately is very worrying to see. Anyway, the following round for 9 Pandas, they are looking to fight back into this one. They've got control of the B bomb site. One will go down, and I wouldn't be surprised to see PARIVISION commit to a save here.
Yeah, really solid exec there. They kind of fake as though they're going to be putting a lot of pressure through middle in towards that B bomb site because they throw both the CT smoke and the left side mid smoke to obscure the vision from the window player. So PARIVISION are thinking, damn, there's going to be a lot of pressure coming through from middle, but actually all the pressure is released out of tunnels from 9 Pandas and works out perfectly. Great entry kills. No problem in finding both those frags, and as soon as they get them, it's round over. PARIVISION try head for the hills. They did lose another player in T-spawn. 9 Pandas, they keep themselves afloat, but only just. There's still a lot of water on deck right now.
Terrorists win.
Something to work with. The group standings are going to look a bit crazy, aren't they, if these results do come through across the board right now. Rush beat, as I said, are now 11-8 on Aurora, and Sinners are 1 round away from beating 3D Max. So I just look at that. That means Sinners will be... let me just make sure this is up to date for me. Yeah, so Sinners will be 2-1, and Rush B will also be 2-1. Now that is crazy.
No one left undefeated at that point, right?
That would be correct, because 3D Max would lose, and 9 Pandas would too, if they lose here.
Yeah, assuming that's the case, so completely opens up the field. Okay, looks like 9 Pandas want to fake as though they're going to do something similar. They've got numbers in towards upper dark right now. Patsy's here with a second AWP. Flashes are great though. Volley's fantastic. Patsy's definitely going to die. Had to try fight forward with the AWP. Far less than ideal. The fact that he gets a kill before he goes down is not a bad return. Kick it desperately wants to try and inflict more damage, but he's the one who catches lead. Man advantage for 9 Pandas, and now they can just kind of pause, slow things down. There's still plenty of time left to play with.
Oh, Shalfie though. It's probably the all-important kill. That Molotov will definitely force Alpha forward, and there's 1 kill back in return, and that's the bomb he's cut off. But now, unfortunately, it's the only one left, and Shalfie knows the path is clear. Belchanok, well, he's a man you'd want to try something ridiculous like this. He's going to give it a go, of course. Why wouldn't he? But this time he's stopped by Clax. And 9 Pandas now, they're going to be closing this one up. They've got probably another buy, I would say, on PARIVISION to get through. Artfrost can buy the AWP. They can get 3 M4s. They're definitely going to go for this purchase. And yeah, I think if this one comes through, we definitely game on. If PARIVISION take it, 11-8 to 10-9, it's actually a big discrepancy with this round coming in now.
Yeah, this is a very good opportunity for 9 Pandas. If they can add a 3rd round to the tally, add a 3rd round to the streak here of consecutive rounds won, that would put them in probably the driver's seat, I would say, on this T side. Very light utility for PARIVISION. That could be a problem. So let's see how that's going to play out here in the round. You'd imagine that they might be a little bit concerned about mid and B, considering that 9 Pandas have been conditioning them on that side of the map as well. Might continue to be the case here. Seems like 9 Pandas have a pretty good foothold on this T side, and the way that they're moving around the map, the way that they're playing out their defaults, able to just gain control with ease here and set themselves up into the mid round. Okay, well, 9 Pandas, they set themselves up on short, 4 players there. They could still try and pivot in towards middle. They've thrown the CT smoke to keep PARIVISION focused in towards mid. And then Artfrost is just jiggling with the AWP. Instead of actually holding the angle himself, he's waiting for that flash. But Shelfie has just demolished him. Kick it though, 2 quick kills coming through from him. That's in towards mid, I believe, out of Kick It. But numbers remain even. 9 Pandas assume side control, bomb plant guaranteed, and PARIVISION's just trying to figure out how they want to go about this retake, if at all.
Yeah, I mean, I would want to go for it. The problem is they've got no kit, and they're quite far away. Bomb's already gone down, and they're shifting around the map. So unless Belchanok finds a kill right here, right now, it's not going to happen. And the fact they're in a 2-round lead, it wouldn't surprise me if they just try and secure the weaponry here. Their money's broken. So, yeah, sadly, it's going to be a boring end to this round, but I understand the choice, and I think it's the correct one.
You got to just get out of here then, not actually hang around and try and find any extra kills, because then you completely waste the fact that you've even committed to the save. if you die looking for exit kills, you might as well have just gone for the retake. So there we go. They will lock the 3 players in. They get $2,400. Kickit could drop an M4. I really hope PARIVISION save, though. No need to force the issue here and invest as much as you possibly can. You're guaranteed a full buy in the next. You're going to get $2,900 if you lose this round. And you're still going to have firepower to work with here as well. So, looks like they will just... Oh, are they going to do it, Trav? Are they going to go all in? Why? Why? They've got rounds to play with. This is such a risky decision, man. Not a fan.
Well, I mean, they still have the... well, technically with the FAMAS, they have 4 rifles. So, I get it in a way, but what's stopping a very similar round from happening when they just can't go for a retake because of the lack of util and lack of kit, right? It's awkward. Jump throw molly there from Klax, bouncing himself off the corner of lower tunnel. But look at this. Look at the lower tunnel push. Hang on a moment. They got no clue of it until Klax turns round. Oh, Patsy must be so frustrated at that one. He had the drop on him. Thankfully, Belchenok pushed with him. So it keeps it even. But I bet they think it should be an advantage rather than a 4v4.
Yeah, at least there's a trade from Belchenok, and there was that second layer to the push coming through from PARIVISION. All 4 of 9 Pandas players now just clustered in towards mid, going to make their way forward here as a unit. They have got plenty util here as well. Kickit's been instrumental on the defense, but the timing couldn't have been worse. It looked like he was trying to see what he was backing into, if he would be able to get behind the box, and oh, Artfrost trying to peer above the smoke with the scout desperately just rattling off no scopes. Alpha's found a kill, but there ain't no way back into this. It's a 3 versus 3 retake, impossible without the kits and the utility. And Glowing, well, he's trying to deny them at the entry, but wait, what? Yeah, that's actually questionable. How does Belchenok get the kill there? He's low. I mean, him and Artfrost barely make up any health between them, Trav. Is there even a chance at the retake, even though they've got the man advantage?
Oh, this flash has to be the best flash in history. There goes... Oh, hang on a moment. It's somehow all down to Shelfie, but he's just got such a mass advantage against Artfrost. Rifle's been switched to, and there's the swing from Shelfie. It's definitely a lot closer than I was expecting. But PARIVISION... Oh, Shelfie actually just got the AWP on the last tick of the round as well. Look at that. You barely even saw him pick it up when the round ended, but he's got it. So, wow. Everything that could have gone 9 Pandas' way, they did go their way. The retake got spooky, but the fact that PARIVISION went for it means that this next purchase is not going to be great.
Yeah, I still stand by what I was saying at the start of the round, that going for the investments, I just don't think was a great call. And it looks like the plan is to just reinvest here again. Because of the way they spent their money, there was some spare cash coming into this round. I mean, surely Kickit's not going to save, right? You can't just have, like, one player ecoing while everybody else invests. It's been very disjointed in that regard from PARIVISION, and maybe they're just trying to figure out a new way of approaching the CT side economy in terms of, like, balancing out the firepower and still trying to have money because they get $3,400 if they lose this round. But they haven't had full util for, like, ages now, and they haven't had kits either, so they're constantly coming into these rounds with a disadvantage.
This is really rough now for PARIVISION. What a time to pull out double ops as well, like we mentioned, with Patsy on a glass cannon secondary. Belchenok, good start though. Alpha, oh, he's going to catch Idis Balance scoped in, and he could even get a second. That's so ballsy from Alpha. And Belchenok, he might go down, but this round is completely turned in PARIVISION's favour. Artfrost taking the shots, ducking back down again. He takes Dilladez. And out of absolutely nothing, it feels like. Basically down to Alpha's assertiveness. He is the alpha male in this round. PARIVISION reach 11.
Yeah, but how sustainable is that approach, right? Felt like he just had great timing there on the aggression. Nobody really looking in that direction. He was able to capitalize. PARIVISION regained the lead. Plenty money here for 9 Pandas to reinvest. But no spare money for the T side if they lose this next round. And PARIVISION obviously still have a couple counts of round loss bonus that have accrued. So they would be okay, I think, if they lose this round. Oh man, 9 Pandas. If they lose this, 12-10, no money. I fear the worst for them at that point. It's been a good fight back so far here on this T side, but there's still work to be done.
Patsy holding the cross with that AWP. But there is smokes available. They're just going to peek it dry, though, for 9 Pandas. That is questionable, but maybe not questionable if Dilladez can just hit shots like that. It's a beautiful trade from Artfrost. He catches him on the cross just as that smoke blooms and through the corner of the site wall. He keeps it in a 3 versus 3, and there's counter mollies to come through as well to keep this bomb plant denied. And look at iDisbalance still lurking around as well toward long, making sure everything is clear on that flank. So he's actually disconnected from the action right now. He needs to get into that action to help out his teammates. He'll do exactly that. But look at the HEs. Goodness me. The iDisbalance down to 23. Clax down to 50. Belchnot gets the kill. And he might just phase through this CT smoke. This is beautifully played. Site player in Clax just about gets taken down. And now it's down to iDisbalance. But he hasn't been found yet. Headshot will work out before Artfrost drops into CT. And you can see what it means to him. A wiggle of the crosshair tells you that PARIVISION are on match points.
I mean, I'm really impressed by how PARIVISION actually hold their own in that round. After 9 Pandas reduced it to a 3v3 and get side control, it was basically just a warfare of utility. Util being thrown back and forth. Eventually, 9 Pandas ran out of Util, and then the kills start to roll through for PARIVISION. iDisbalance gets a wonderful double kill there, and he even nearly finds the third. Spots Artfrost dropping down, but falls foul to the USP. And that's 2 map points now, 2 match points for PARIVISION. Thankfully, 9 Pandas get a bomb plant. Otherwise, they would have been short $600 across the board. So it means they'll have a little bit more, not much more, but a little bit more to work with coming through into this round to try fight for overtime.
Wow, what a round. Could have easily gone awry. It wouldn't be the first unlikely round that would have gone awry for either one of these two teams in this game. I think the Artfrost wiggle of the crosshair wasn't necessarily just a wiggle in celebration. I would say it was definitely a wiggle of frustration as well. That didn't come through a little bit easier. iDisbalance somehow staying alive so long near the car.
Alright, well, PARIVISION, 2 chances to try finish off the job here in regulation. 9 Pandas have to force overtime, and they force the opening kill. Good response out of Kick It, though. And Clax has taken some damage as well. Looks like 9 Pandas want to approach this round with some pace and vigor, and Patsy is doing that as well. Oh my goodness, the smoke just separates himself and 4 Ts on the other side, and he is not afraid to make a play. Low HP player emerges on the other side, and Patsy's found a double.
Yeah, and with Artfrost dealing with glowing, I predicted PARIVISION to win this game, and I'll be honest, I wasn't entirely confident in it. But again, incredibly impressed. It's down to Shalfie to try and keep this one alive. He finds one and gets a free pickup of the bomb. He can escape as well. Incendiary into CT. He has some time to possibly get this planted. It's going to be a quick retake from PARIVISION through short, so Shalfie will plant safe on the site. Can he clutch to keep 9 Pandas in the game and possibly keep them alive with an advantage? No, he cannot. It's a beautiful headshot on the AWP from Artfrost, and PARIVISION get a big win against 9 Pandas. 9 Pandas no longer unbeaten in the round robin group stage. And PARIVISION, I believe, now equal on their score. So
yeah, they are 2-1.
These standings now, there's going to be a lot of teams on 2-1. It's getting very squeaky.
Yeah, it certainly does open up the round robin here with everybody kind of suffering a loss somewhere along the line. Great result for PARIVISION as well. Artfrost really came alive there. Belchnok was fantastic. Kick It had... I just feel like everybody... You could make a case for all 5 players on the side of PARIVISION and having some significant impact.